Welcome to our last video for We Time. Why do I say last? Because next week, starting on September 19th at 10 a.m., we get to see each other live on a Zoom call. And we could do We Time together on a screen, but together, so we can share stories and learn about the stories of the Bible and pray together and sing together. So I'm so looking forward to that. But we are here today. I'm taking it all in. I'm going to take my breath. I'm going to be ready for you, and you are ready for me. And let's share our time together as we talk about a special psalm. Friends, today we get to learn about Psalm 19. And what is a psalm? It is an entire book of the Bible in the Old Testament that has 150 different verses of what we turn into songs and hymns of praise and beautiful poetry and words that are meant to be sung. And today we are going to talk about Psalm 19. And this is important because it talks about God's word. So let's take a listen to a little video about what that means. And we're listening to part of the psalm. And I want you to think about why it is important that we know about God's work and God's word.
This is King David. He wrote many songs called Psalms. We're going to look at one of them now, called Psalm 19. The heavens tell of the glory of God, and the skies announce what his hands have made. Day after day they tell us the story. Night after night they tell it again. They have no speech or words. They don't make any sound to be heard. But their message goes out through all the world. It goes everywhere on earth. The sky is a home for the sun. The sun comes out like a bridegroom from his bedroom. It rejoices like an athlete, eager to run a race. The sun rises at one end of the sky and it follows its path to the other end. Nothing hides from its heat. The Lord's teachings are perfect. They give new strength. The Lord's rules can be trusted. They make plain people wise. The Lord's orders are right. They make people happy. The Lord's commands are pure. They light up the way. It is good to respect the Lord. That respect will last forever. The Lord's judgments are true. They are completely right. They are worth more than gold, even the purest gold. They are sweeter than honey, even the finest honey. They tell your servant what to do. Keeping them brings great reward. No one can see his own mistakes. Forgive me of my secret sins. Keep me from the sins that I want to do. Don't let them rule over me. Then I can be pure, free from the greatest sins. I hope my words and my thoughts please you. Lord, you are my rock, the one who saves me.
Thanks for watching, friends. I hope you enjoyed that story about Psalm 19. Now, friends, I have a little bit of a little story to tell you. This makes me think about Psalm 19 because of the fact about using my words, where it says, like, I hope my words and my thoughts please you, because Lord, you are my rock and the one who saves me. They say that in Psalm 19. So I want to read you a story, and it says this. Madison was looking for her little brother Luke when their mom called him for dinner. She finally found him in the bathroom, and to her surprise, he had squeezed a whole tube of toothpaste into the sink. He looked up and said, "Quick, help me put it back before Mom comes." do you think they were able to get all that toothpaste back in the tube? Have you ever tried that? I can't. I can't do it. So the reason why I'm telling you this story is that your words are like toothpaste. And once they come out, you can't put them back in your mouth. Just like you can't put toothpaste back in a tube. And that is really important, to be able to be careful with the words that you use. And just like we listen and follow God's word, it's important that the words that we use in everyday life are just as strong and just as kind as the things that we heard in the psalm. And we have to think about that reference for toothpaste being that once it comes out, can't put it back in. So I always think to myself, am I being the kindest I could be? Am I using my words in a way that shows compassion and love? And if I'm not, I take a step back and I think, well, what can I do? How can I be better? So I want you to think of that this week. It's like, how are you going to use your words? Because we know that when we hear God's word, that it gives us what we need to give us our strength, because God is our rock. And we want to be that for other people. So use your words just like we listen to the words from the Bible. We listen with open hearts, open minds, and with kind thoughts. Friends, our activity is something that you may have already gotten an email about, and it is our Lego adventures. I don't know if you had received an email from Pastor Lindsay, but she asked all of us to see if we'd be willing to make houses out of Legos. If you do not have Legos at home, you let us know. We will supply them for you. I bet most of you are like, Miss Grass, of course we have Legos. I love playing with Legos. So I would love for you to take the time this week as your activity to make a little house out of Legos, because we are going to ask that you bring those to church. We're going to put them all over, either in the sanctuary or all over the church, to remind ourselves that our house, whether it is the house of the Lord or our own personal house, is there for us to share the love of God and Christ's love. So get to Lego building, friends, because I can't wait to see all the beautiful designs and all of the beautiful homes that I know you're going to be able to create. And I'm going to walk around, I'm going to try to guess who did this house. And hopefully when we meet on our Zoom calls, we'll be able to talk about which house was yours. And I could try to guess, or maybe Pastor Jesse or Pastor Lindsay, if they don't know who brought them, we can guess who made them too. Friends, let's gather together for our closing prayer. It is short and sweet and simple. And so I'm going to find my prayer hands, and I'd like you to repeat after me. Dear Lord, let my words and thoughts please you forever. Amen. It is a wonderful time being with you on these videos, but it's going to be a more wonderful time being able to see you on our Zoom call. So friends, please be on the lookout for an email from me this week that will give you our Zoom link, which will be reoccurring. So once you have it once, it will be the same every week. And that way we can connect together and be able to see each other and do live we time at 10 a.m. So my friends, I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope that you get to join us for Celebrate Sunday this afternoon. And I hope you have a pleasant today and a lovely tomorrow.
Did you know creation is talking to you? Wherever you go and whatever you do, the earth will keep giving you clue after clue, so you won't forget to remember what's true. Like every day when the sun rises high, the warmth that you feel is God's love by your side. Oh, and just like the birds who keep humming their tune, remember God sings songs of joy over you. Don't forget to remember you're never alone, no matter if you are up high or down low. And as sure as the sun will keep rising above, don't forget to remember that you're dearly loved. And when you catch the snowflakes that fall from the sky, each of them whisper you're one of a kind. Oh, and after the winter and colder all through, the flowers remind you God makes all things new. Don't forget to remember you're never alone, no matter if you are up high or down low. And as sure as the sun will keep rising above, don't forget to remember that you're dearly loved. So just like the stars won't forget how to shine, don't forget to remember that all of the time God's light will guide you wherever you go, and your love from the top of your head to your toes.